Hi everyone, I'm Kyla, and my report was on a benefit analysis of youth involvement in Twin City area school gardens. A little bit of background on me. I am a family social science major, youth studies minor, and I currently work in the Twin City area homes with kids with disabilities, and I also work at a St. Paul school. And the in-home work I do, I also work in a community setting, so I do a lot of community work with the kids that I'm involved with. And my future work, I plan to be involved in youth and family, some sort of like youth and family development or like youth work in the community. My rhetorical situation was that I was a youth program assistant director for the Minnesota Youth Development Coalition, and I guess the situation was that I was asked to research youth knowledge and involvement in school garden programs, and then asked to analyze the benefits that youth gained from being involved in those programs, with the potential outcome to create a youth program and increase youth involvement in school gardens based on the results. My sources included 3 online sources that came from just websites related to school garden programs and school garden involvement. And then additionally, I had 2 journal articles peer-reviewed, and my empirical source was a survey. My survey research contained of 3 parts. The first part was multiple choice questions. There were 5 of them, and they were related to youth knowledge and involvement. So they asked questions like, do you know what a school garden is? Are you involved in one? Do you want to be involved in one? Do you know if your school has one? Questions like that. And then the second part of the survey rated benefits on a scale of 1 to 5. So it asked questions like, do you feel like your involvement in a school garden gives you better academic achievement? Do you think that it increases emotional support or emotional well-being? And my participants were 25 youth participants. They were 6th grade students, and they were from the St. Paul School District. Here is a pie chart of the racial demographics of what my survey was made up of. The school that the survey came from is primarily African American students. And then as you can see, Asian and Hispanic are probably the 2 most popular, the 2 like second most popular. The results of my study revealed that as far as knowledge goes, that youth had a knowledge of school gardens, but as far as involvement went, there wasn't a whole lot of involvement. So they knew about it and they wanted to be involved, but they weren't. And then those that were involved were usually paired up with teachers, and then there was also parent involvement in like some of the after school upkeep of it. And then as far as the benefits go, the results of the survey revealed that youth benefited academically and socially from participation in school gardens, and youth also reported increased healthy living and eating habits from being involved in the school garden programs. Some of the limitations of my study were the amount of time that I had available to collect the research. It was also limited to 1 location because it was convenient for me to conduct the survey from the school that I work at. There may have possibly been a misunderstanding of the questions when students were taking the survey, so that may have impacted some of the results. And the study was also limited only to 6th grade participants, which I would have liked to have a bigger population since the school is 6th through 12th grade. That's it. Any questions?
This is Beth. What kind of garden did you ask them about like veggie garden or flower garden or
It was like a school, like vegetable garden.
vegetable?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Ms. Noel, so a lot of the students you said knew about it and wanted to be in it. Was there, I guess, support from the parents for them to do it as well, or is it maybe they weren't able to do it because the parents just didn't want them to stay after school, that type of thing?
I don't know, my questions didn't go that in depth, to find out like what maybe some of the reasons why, as to why they weren't involved. Just that they wanted to get involved, and then the kids that were already involved, either were involved because like they had, like a teacher that had like asked them to get involved, or they had parents that worked with them like after school on it. Other questions?